with some amazing speakers from different cities who will be sharing their views. We have Abhika Oja from Raipur, Rishita Dubey from Bhopal, Punita Chauhan from Delhi, Shivani Singh from Pune, Samandhar Randhir from Mumbai, and Shubhangi Pandey from Bhopal. I feel really proud of speakers who are present here. You guys have made a small effort which we want to see in everyone. I welcome our National YI Chair, Mr. Dilip Krishna sir, and we would like to welcome our Bhopal YI Chair, Dr. Anuj Garg sir, for today's session. Dilip sir, we would like to hear some few words from you.
Okay, first of all, am I audible? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
wonderful. So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anuj, for this opportunity and the respected panel of proud Yuva members. I think this is a significant event. I would say why I'm using the word significant event is that the topic what you have chosen, future of safety of our children, which is that is why we always say child safety is one of our flagship project in YI. And I'm so extremely glad that Bhopal chapter has taken this initiative, and I'm extremely glad to have proud Yuva members as panelists. Let me tell you why I'm extremely proud about this. YI, if you all know what is the vision of YI vision is YI should become a movement for Indian youth to converge, lead, co-create, and influence India's future. Here there are two key words which as youth of our country you guys have to highlight on. One is movement, another one is youth. In YI, when we want to make everything a movement, and if we need to make everything a movement, it's only in the hands of the youth. You are the torch bearers, you are the flag bearers, and you guys are the people who are going to make things a movement. And that's why YI is very clear. YI has three key stakeholders. One is youth in the schools through Talar, youth in the colleges through Yuva, and the youth in the rural areas through our rural initiatives. That's why we drive all our initiatives through the youth, and that's why we very proudly say Yuva is the lifeline of YI. We use the word Yuva is the lifeline of YI because YI stands on three key pillars. One is nation building, youth leadership, and thought leadership. And in these three pillars, the core objective of Yuva is how do we develop responsible youth for our nation, and how do we develop youth leadership, and how do we create a platform to listen to the voice of the young Indians. What is the country which you would like to see when you are become that's the 3-point agenda. And how do we do this? That's why I use the word this is a significant moment, because we can develop responsible youth for our country, not by just giving them lectures or not by just giving them knowledge. Okay, you need to give them a platform to go and experience it. And that's why when youth of our country go back and deliver every single national project of ours, whether it is the Masum, the road safety, the health, the entrepreneurship, the innovation, the accessibility, and the climate change, when you go back and implement these projects, when you go back and execute these projects, and while executing this project, the experience what you gain is what is going to make you a responsible youth for the nation. So that is the way YI is giving you the responsibility to platform to become a responsible youth. And second, to make this happen, we need to develop leadership. And how does leadership get developed? Leadership also gets developed only through experience. When you're going and implementing these projects, you go and strategize, you plan, you create an action plan, you work as a team, you take ownership, you take accountability. And these are all the leadership qualities. You make decisions, you take risk, you think big. And these are all the leadership qualities. And that is why the second objective, that is how we achieve the second objective of developing youth leadership. And we not only develop youth leadership by helping you execute the projects, but that's where we are also extremely proud with all our chapter leaders across the 52 chapters, which is around 4,000 plus members. Today, they have executed more than 500 learning sessions for UAs alone from the month of April onwards. And these are learning sessions, just not webinars or lectures. These are learning sessions delivered by spiritual gurus, subject matter experts, union leaders, ministries. Name the people, they have come and deliver. And that's how we develop youth leadership. And the final last point, listening to the voice of the young Indians. Today's event is the proof of the pudding. When I'm going to listen to the youth of the country, when you guys are going to voice your opinion, saying that how is the future of this child safety is going to be, and that is how we create a platform for the youth, and how that is how we create a platform to listen to the voice of the young Indians. So, guys, that's why I said this event is significant, and this event I'm extremely proud because I personally feel an abused child is a lost citizen to the nation. And we and the future of the youth has got a huge responsibility to secure the future of our children. And that's how you can go back and make our country proud and build the India which you would like to see. And that is why we are extremely keen about taking this to the youth. And I really appreciate Anuj for this phenomenal concept, because every project can become a movement only if the youth are getting involved. I'm so proud. Here is a team of youth who's going to voice your ideas and your opinion, and YI is committed towards building that youth leadership. You can pick up the phone call, speak to any of the YI 4,000 plus members across this country. If ask them what has YI done to you all, they'll say only one word: YI has impacted our leadership. So YI is the organization which is going to make you develop you as responsible youth for the organization, develop the youth leadership, and give the platform to listen to your voice to build a better nation for yourself. So take pride in that. I am extremely happy about this whole event. And last but not the least, I would only end by saying that one more reason why you have to be proud about YI is the only organization which is being formed by the Indians, of the Indians, and for the Indians. So you are working for your nation. So wish you all the very best. I'm so proud and happy that you've taken a significant topic, because the future of our child is in the hands of the youth. So wish you all the best, and Jai Hind. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring word. I really wish youth like us should come out together and do something for the cause, because I think we are the future of our nation. So yeah, so we have Pune YI chair with us, Varun Mukhi sir. Sir, we would like to hear some words from you.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much for having me here. Anuj, I'm really thankful for this opportunity, and I'm really glad that you have pushed for this event. I wouldn't even call it an event. I would call it a, I don't know what the right word for it is, but it's much bigger than an event. And Dilip, thank you for gracing us as well. I'm very exceptionally proud actually that Pune is well represented today. Shivani, thank you so much for coming forth and speaking, and I wish all of you the best. I'm really happy, especially to see that there's a lot more women than men on this call, so that's a really good thing. So congratulations and best of luck, everybody.
Thank you, sir. So we'll start the show. We'll start with our speakers. First, we have Shubhangi Pandey from Bhopal. Welcome, Shivani.
Am I audible? A little seed for me to sow, a little soil to make it grow, a little hole, a little pot, a little wish, and that is that. A little sun, a little shower, a little while, and then a flower. Hello everyone, this is Shubhangi Pandey, a member of Yuva from Bhopal. Today, I am going to present my views on the topic Future of Child Safety. The lines I just presented are giving a proper example of the journey of a seed to a flower, similar to the journey of a child inside the womb of a woman. But the child which is going to come in this world, is that child even free to be on its own conditions and to be fearless? The dictionary meaning of child abuse is the physical, sexual, or psychological maltreatment or neglect given to a child or children which is specially provided by their parents or caretaker. The child neglect involves the improper provisions of food, clothing, hygiene, and supervision. But the forms of child abuse is not just limited to physical harms. It also includes the neglect of the child's need or putting the child into unsupervised or dangerous conditions or exposing them to sexual situations or even making them feel bad or stupid of their own. But the factors the factors influence the children more adversely than the physical marks. The mental maltreatment given to the children through child abuse are even not visible by the naked eyes of a common man. The children who go through child abuse have a different and difficult future than the others. The fact is that the memories from their childhood haunt them and affect their future or their adulthood. The victims of child abuse have difficulties in trusting the other person. This always leads them to have difficult and unhealthy relationship in their futures. They don't know how to trust the other person, and as they don't have any good example of proper or good relationship, the child abuse can also make the child think or question their own ability of what they have achieved and would grow hard feelings of their own worth. The child would feel worthless of whatever they have. This make the child settle or neglect their own educational situations or their own or setting them on for low pay jobs. The settling for the low pay jobs or neglecting their own worth also makes the child to have difficult health issues, like this would lead them towards frustrations, depression, or even anxiety. The survivors of sexual abuse have also a difficult situation with them. They always treat themselves as the damaged piece or broken pieces. They don't have self-esteem or self-confidence. They doubt each and every decision that they have, even the smallest one. But to overcome the situations of child abuse, we have to come forward and make the people aware about the situation. To have a greater and a larger aspect of this situation, we should always have to start by recognizing the exact situation and behavior of the children. Everything starts with the home. Everything starts from home, and this is the main thing that we have to focus on. Like by providing mental and emotional support to the child, we can help the child to make a better bonding with their parents or with the people they live with. This would help the child to have or to share the emotions and the problems they are facing. The proper environment around the child is always a greater factor and a very important fact that affects the mental health of a child. So, a proper health and a proper diet, and whatever we say, like a proper mental, physical, and environmental factor should be maintained around the child. Like communication is a very better and a very big factor that influences any relationship. So, a proper communication between the child and the parent, or we can say between the child, its family members, or even the teachers, is a very important factor that should be taken care of. This would help the child to share its problems not only to its family members but also to the closed ones. The knowledge about the circle in which the child is growing is a matter of concern for the parent and the society also. By creating a favorable and healthy environment around the kid would help the kid grow in better ways. Also, the parents or the people who live near by the child should always try to think about having a proper knowledge about a filtered education that a child should be provided. A child is not able to absorb every information given to it. So, a filtered knowledge about every facts and figure should be provided to the child so that it doesn't affect the child in adverse ways. Age appropriate thing or age appropriate information is a big factor that they should taken care of. Also, by spending proper time and spending quality time with the children would make them help with their own problems, emotions, and situations, as they would start making good bonding with their parents, family, and everyone who are nearby them. At last, I would just like to conclude my part with a simple line that a happy family always leads towards a happy kid. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Shubhangi Pandey, for your words, for your views. And I really think that what you said, that it's really important to understand the psychological condition of a child who has been victimized of the child sexual abuse, because it's our responsibility to think of for the after effects also. So very nicely said, Shubhangi. And so next, I would like to welcome Abhika Oja from Raipur. Over to you, Abhika.
A child that is treated with respect and love won't have to spend his adulthood learning he's worthy of it. Hello, myself Abhika and I'm here from Raipur to present my views on the topic future of child safety. Not all abuse is just about black eyes, bruise, or swelling. While physical abuse is shocking due to the marks it leaves, the mental, emotional, and sexual abuse are the ones that last longer. Ignoring a child's needs and putting them in harmful situations or to make them feel that they are not good enough are all forms of child abuse. It is important at this stage to separate the broader issue of child abuse from the more specific one of child sexual abuse. Child abuse may be emotional, mental, physical, or sexual and encompasses a wider range of actions. Child sexual abuse is that which targets sexuality, involves sexual gestures, words, pictures, and actions. We always say that children are our future and that they are the ones who will take this generation further and make a more advanced and comfortable life for humans with their creativity. Unlike talking about the future, what we always end up doing, let us for a moment focus on to the present situation of the child safety. I would like to ask you a question that how many of you can confidently say that the children around us are 100% safe these days? I bet no one. Or can anyone say that there is nothing we need to worry about or that there is nothing that requires to be changed or improved? Absolutely no. Every day, I repeat, Every single day, we are surrounded by newspapers, websites, and news channels screaming about new cases of violence against the children. Murders, physical abuse, molestation, rape, child pornography, child trafficking, and whatnot. The world is no longer a safe place for the little ones who barely have any idea how cruel the world can be. Another factor that needs to be looked into here is the growing misuse of the internet and the impact it has on the young mind. With advancements in technology, children are at greater risk of falling prey to the online abusers, and thus it makes important for the children, their parents, and their teachers to be aware of the dangers of being online. The government is working to make internet a safer place for children through the legal framework and the policies. However, technology moves faster than the legislature, and the law may not be prepared for the technological advances. This is the time for us as a society to come forward and keep our young ones safe and secure while not limiting their lives, freedom, and privacy. If we look at the statistics, the situation does come across as an alarming one. We find out that the young generation is massively prone to sexual abuse as one in three girl child is sexually molested before the age of 17 and the number stands for 1 in 6 for the boys. The report also says that approximately 3 million young girls are forced into genital mutilation every year. So, what to do now? How to make sure that our children are safe? Well, let them know about the good touch and the bad touch. Explain them the difference between the good and the bad. Be aware of the group of people your child spends most of his time with so that you know whom to contact in the time of need. If the child complains about someone or something he or she feels uncomfortable with, always remain open to thoroughly listen to them and try to understand their concerns. I believe it's high time that we all come together to work and to eradicate this issue of child abuse because it is a great issue and it needs to be taken care of to make sure that protecting the children is once again seen as the core part of our society to provide them with a bright and a better future, which will eventually lead to a better future of the world. At last, I would like to conclude by quoting Mr. Nelson Mandela that can be no cleaner way to look at the society soul than the way in which it treats its children. Thank you.
Thank you, Abhika Ojha. Very nicely said, Abhika, that we cannot blame the child for what has happened to them. We need to change as a society, not them. We are responsible. We cannot blame a small little children who has a future to see. So we have next in line we have Punita Chauhan from Delhi.
Okay, so hello everyone. This is Punita Chauhan, and it has been like a really good experience to hear what Shubhangi and Nabika had to say, and these guys really took it into the detail and what they had to say. So, more specifically, what I want to talk and use this platform for is that कि हम सबको पता है कि CSA क्या है, हो रहा है, चल रहा है, वहां पे हमारे साथ आसपास इतने सारे लॉज हैं. आई मीन लॉज नॉट टू मेंशन कि काफी टाइम से रहे हैं बिकॉज 2012 से पहले हमारे पास एक स्पेसिफिक सेक्सुअल चाइल्ड सेक्सुअल अब्यूज का लॉ भी नहीं था. बट व्हाट आई वांट टू टॉक स्पेसिफिकली अबाउट इज दैट व्हाट a parent can do and what we as an individual should be doing because child sexual abuse की अगर हम बात करें so 53% of children in India face some kind of child sexual abuse and उसमें से 30% are relatives and 60% are acquaintances and only 10% are strangers, the offenders I'm talking about. So it becomes important कि when the crime is taking place it is basically taking place in the immediate surrounding of the child. So हमारे लिए इंश्योर करना बहुत important होता है कि we create safe space for the child in the house. और वो कैसे होगा? I mean, whenever a child comes up about something, so for the parents it's very difficult to handle, since they don't know how to comprehend the situation or how to immediately react to the situation. So most of the parents don't even know the signs of what a person who has been abused, or a child who has been abused, and वो कैसे react करेगा. So for like I want to talk firstly about how we can prevent this thing कि बच्चा हमसे बात ही नहीं कर रहा है. So what do parents have to do? So we have to build an environment of trust, which I think Shubhangi and Abhika also pointed out. So how do we build a trust then? वो हवा में नहीं होगा. I mean, definitely we would have to spend time with the child. I mean, we as in parents. So parents will have to build the foundation, and that is like through very small activities. सुनने में बड़ी चीज लगती है कि trust build करना है, but वो छोटी छोटी चीजों से होता है. Like बचपन से हम लोग इतने सारे गेम्स खेलते आए हैं, आंख में चोली and everything. So one very small idea is that कि when we play games with the children, so it's like let them guide. We are blindfolded and let them guide कि you tell us where I have to go. So such small activity also will make the child believe, in the sense that you trust them, you listen to them, and why is it like important to communicate. Then another thing is, which is important as parents, that you make your child understand what are the emotions and how to express them, because not a lot of children are aware about how to express their emotions. So what you have to do is that you have to explain them what are the different 5 emotions, how you can explain it to them. You can make an emotion picture or emotion face वाला जो एक छोटा सा गेम होता है कि make a face, and then they have to guess it that what kind of emotion you are portraying and everything like that. Then the other thing is that you can make a emotional book, which is like, so you show them the picture and they are just like telling you that, okay, which emotion is this. So these are just very small activities which you can be doing. Then another normal parenting का जो बात होता है कि एक good parenting technique जिसको हम कहते हैं, it's like regularly praise your child, encourage them on their small victories, and especially when they lose and they come home and you are there to be like, it's okay, you are always a winner for us. Small things like this will make your child trust you more. Then again, I think Abhika mentioned it, explaining them what is good touch and bad touch, teaching them about the child helpline number. So this is something what parents can do in general to actually build the trust of the child, because it's extremely important, because उसके अलावा बच्चा आपसे आके नहीं बताएगा. Now another thing which I want to talk about कि कैसे लोग react करते हैं जब बच्चा open up कर रहा है. And in most cases, what the problem is that it's not the inability of the child to speak up about sensitive topics. बच्चा तो बोल लेता है, लेकिन जो questioner है, the person who is questioning, it is the insensitivity on their part that the situation becomes very worse or something. So there are few things that we should be kept in mind when the child is opening up. So firstly, you have to listen to them with patience. So when a child is coming out about something traumatic and about the abuse or anything, so you just listen to them with patience. Believe in what they're telling. Believe it, because if you are going to be saying things like कि नहीं ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है, नहीं तुमने शायद गलत सोचा, it's not like that. We underestimate children a lot, but it's not like that. Children don't say things out of nowhere. So believe in what they're saying, appreciate them for opening up, and reassure that you love your child. Tell them that it's not their fault, because it is very important. Most of the time, I mean, me being a victim of child sexual abuse myself, the whole problem which I found was that the whole time I was completely thinking about how come it is my fault. For a very long time, I felt that. So they should not be feeling that way. So what is important that you immediately also take them away from the abuser, क्योंकि mostly family members में से ही कोई होता है. तो आप उनको इमीडिएटली उनसे दूर करिए एंड प्लीज जस्ट टेक एक्शन, बिकॉज पेरेंट्स के पार्ट पे आप इस बात को अगर ऐसे छोड़ देंगे कि नहीं दिस इज समथिंग which can be dealt mere level pe, it is not like that. It is very important to inform the authorities. It is very important that you make your child believe that it was not their fault and this is something which has happened to them is wrong, and you will be there and you will be taking action alongside them. So this is something in general what parents can do. Now another thing which I really strongly want to talk about is that how we as an individual or how we as a person react to somebody who opens up about child sexual abuse. So this is from my personal experience as well, because whenever I open up about anything that happened to me, because I'm not ashamed of it anymore. So when you talk to somebody about this, the way the society reacts, either they are going to be thinking you are this really somebody, you know, should be getting sympathy, or somebody you should be like you don't have a life or something. So it should not be. So this is something I want to talk about, how an individual should react when they know that somebody is sharing their history, because already the victim of CSA are undergoing depression, anxiety, eating disorders, poor self-esteem, sleep disturbances, anxiety disorder and PTSD. तो एक और जो एक्स्ट्रा चीज एड ऑन हो जाती है वो ये होती है कि सोसाइटी आपको पता नहीं किस तरीके से देखने लगते हैं. दे सी यू एज समबडी हु इज लाइक विक्टिम. अरे मतलब इट्स लाइक यू वर अब्यूज, तो भाई तुम्हारा तो मतलब फ्यूचर क्या होगा, एंड लाइक डोंट गिव अस दैट बेचारा फील्स इट व्हाट आई एम सेइंग बेसिकली. So why I'm talking about is that ki when somebody is telling you their story, how do you should react is that when they're sharing their story, don't ask them to rush, don't ask them for minute details, because it's just very difficult for somebody to actually coming up with points, and then you trying to know even the minute details is very triggering. Then allow them to talk on their own pace. You can't be sitting there and saying like कि हाँ और बताओ ऐसे नहीं कर सकते हैं, because अगर कोई अपने ट्रॉमा के बारे में बात कर रहा है, so it in itself is a very courageous thing and you should let them go on their pace. Then ask them questions with permission. Then if they seem disturbed, just lead them away from the triggering material. And then never ask somebody. This is something which is like एक standard line होता है किसी का भी कि move on कर जाओ. And it's like कि अगर आप move on कर जाओगे तो मतलब it's like जैसे मैंने try नहीं किया है और the person is not trying. Already the child is trying. Already the people who have faced are trying. But you can't ask them to decide the speed on which they should be moving on. So give them their own space, give them their own time, then don't push them for sooner recovery. It's not your space, it's the space of the person, it's the space of their therapist, it's the space of the child itself. So don't try to occupy and don't make it about yourself. Then appreciate them for speaking up, as I've always been saying that it is very courageous and to actually expose your vulnerabilities. So if a child is doing that, if an adult is doing that, it is something commendable. So in terms of the laws, if I talk, so India has a population of 472 million children under the age of 18. And as I was pointing out initially also कि 2012 तक तो हमारे पास एक specific law भी नहीं था child sexual abuse का. But now we have a POSCO Act, Protection of Children from Sexual Offences Act, which was implemented in 2012, and it defines child sexual abuse in a very wider term and gender neutral भी है, तो काफी अच्छा law है. लेकिन when we talk about laws, are laws enough? It's like आपने law के accordingly, मतलब if a child is abused, you catch the abused, you catch the accuser, you punish them. But that is not where the crime ends. That is not where the suffering ends. वहां पे चाइल्ड सेक्सुअल अब्यूज का जो सिनेरियो है वो खत्म नहीं होता है, वहां से एक्चुअली शुरू होता है. सो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर अस एज अ सोसाइटी, पेरेंट्स, फ्रेंड्स, anybody, like even if somebody you know is like has been abused, so it becomes very important from our part and from the part of the parents to support somebody. That is very important, because when it comes to being in a situation like this, it is just horrible. And why should we talk about this as of now, is that because आज भी इंडिया में इस चीज को लेके खुल के बात नहीं होती है. जब भी इस पे हम बात करना शुरू करेंगे, तो 4 लोग कुछ टॉपिक चेंज करना चाहेंगे, 2-3 लोग अनकंफर्टेबल हो जाएंगे, एंड it's just very worse when we talk about the situation in India. तो इस issue को, and what I personally do is that कि it's not really flowery to always bring up your past experiences, but आपको बोलने की जरूरत पड़ेगी. So आप जब बोल रहे हैं, ये एक already अपने आप में एक impact. I think I've taken a lot of time, so I'll just conclude now, is that कि together we can bring a change, and for that we will have to bring a change in ourselves. So the small conversations we have and small things we do as a parent, as a friend, as a student, as anybody, makes a difference. So I really want that I really hope this reaches parents more, because I spoke a lot of part about what parents should be doing. So I will be like, yes, I will be just saying, like, I'm just stopping now. So thank you very much for giving me this platform, Vaya. So thank you very much, everyone, and thank you for listening patiently. I've been speaking for long.
Great, Punita, great. Really. I also personally think that communication is really important, because for any child, it is really important to have a connect with their parents. Parents should be like a friend to every every of their child. I think it's really important, and you just nailed it. Thank you, Punita. So next we have Shivani Singh from Pune.
First of all, very good afternoon to one and all, and happy Diwali to you all. My name is Shivani Singh, and I belong to Bhilai, Chhattisgarh. I am pursuing MBA from RIM Pune, and I am presenting my views on the same topic, future of child safety. They say our children are our future. They are our ray of light. But for a moment, let us not talk about future and bring our focus onto the present. Can we confidently say that our kids are 100% safe today? Can we just say that there is absolutely nothing we need to improvise on when it comes to the safety of our children? Child protection is a need of the hour. They are facing a lot of problems and trauma, and they need to be safeguarded from these cruel world. The basic definition of child safety is the safeguarding children from violence, abuses, neglect, and exploitation. Child protection is any measure or initiative that addresses and prevents children from not only the situation of violence, abuses, neglect, and exploitation, but also protect children against social, psychological, and emotional insecurity and distress. I firmly believe that every children have right to protection. They have right to survive, to belong, to be heard, and they have right to grow in a safe and protective environment. Family is the first line protection for children. Parents and the caregivers are responsible for building a protective and loving family environment for children. And the community and schools are responsible for building safe and child-friendly environment for children outside child's home. In school, community, family, children should be fully protected so that they can grow, they can survive, they can learn, and they can develop to their fullest potential. But despite that, millions of children are still not protected. Children like street children, children with disabilities, children of commercial sexual workers, they are more poor than others and need special attention out there. Child protection is relevant and is must for all the children, irrespective of their background and their family history. Now let's talk about what causes child protection, or we can say that what causes child abuses, which is not accidental, violent, mental and physical interference or neglect of children by parents, guardian, or by third parties that hurts them and put them to death. According to me, the major cause of child abuse is illiteracy, poverty, isolation and lack of support, domestic violence, alcohol and drug abuses, and here the age of the parents also matters a lot. Violence takes place at all the setting, at home, at school, at childcare institution, at community, and in the most of the cases, child sexual abuse is committed by someone known to child. One of the recent thing that caught my eyes is the despite lockdown, the state Kerala has more than 100 cases of child abuse in less than 2 months. And the Childline officials said that the most of the child sexual abuse took place at the home of the children by their parents, relatives, and by their neighbors itself. Any forms of exploitation or violence have long-lasting and devastating consequence on children's lives. Aside from the immediate physical injuries that children can experience through maltreatment, their reaction to abuses and their reaction to neglect can also lifelong and even intergenerational impact. It can also have massive impact on the ways they will manage their relationship during their adulthood. Coming to the suggestion point, we as a society should step in and find ways and measure to protect our children from the prying eyes of predators. We must also initiate ideas, support services, policies that will enhance children development and their health and safety. We must also advocate for the policy that will help to meet the basic needs of children and their family. We must also promote ideas, uh, training and public education program that will strengthen the protective measure and will reduce the risk factors of child sexual abuse. A strong public education message must be sent out to all the public, encouraging society to recognize that child sexual abuse is both everyone's problem and everyone's responsibility. According to me, instead of telling young minds that how they should protect themselves, shift the focus and light of preventing child sexual abuse from a children to adult. Adults need to be educated first, and likewise, parents need to be educated too, to rightfully exercise their obligation of preventing child sexual abuse. Redefining and reshaping the laws against child sexual abuse and abusers who do such heinous crime must be treated with severe consequence and a death penalty. The laws should be made more stricter and more reassuring so that for the better future, our child can roam out in the world without any stress and fear. Thank you so much, all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Shivani. I totally agree with you that awareness is the key factor to prevent child sexual abuse, and it is really important for the people to understand that how important is to understand what actually is child sexual abuse. So thank you so much. Next we have Samandhar Randhi from Mumbai.
So first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak. I have connected from Mumbai, so just pardon me for anything goes wrong in terms of technical. And it is a very inspiring to hear you all, like the especially ladies, and being just a single male representative right now. It feels good actually that uh, normally what we see in the panel discussion is that it is mostly overcrowded by the male participants, but here the story is different, but it feels very nice and really very inspiring stories from all of you. uh, I would like to share two stories to begin with. The first story is about a girl from Kanpur, and I would like to share the story in Hindi. सो ये कहानी कुछ इस तरह से शुरू होती है कि कहानी कानपुर जैसे एक छोटे से शहर से चालू होती है। कहानी का किरदार अगर आप देखोगे, एक छोटी सी बच्ची जो अभी 2 साल की थी, स्कूल में जाना चालू किया था। स्कूल में जाते वक्त मैथ्स में थोड़ी सी कच्ची थी, मैथ्स और अंग्रेजी में थोड़ी सी कच्ची बच्ची अपने घर जाती है। घर एकदम भला भला बड़ा जॉइंट फैमिली थी, बहुत सारे लोग थे फैमिली में। बच्ची ने माँ बाप को बोला, अपने अंकल को बोला कि मुझे अंग्रेजी और मैथ्स में दिक्कत हो रही है, घर वालों ने सोचा इसको ट्यूशन लगा देते हैं, इसकी प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व हो जाएगी। उसको ट्यूशन लगा दी गई, 2 महीने हुए और उसके रिजल्ट्स अच्छे आना चालू हुआ। उसके बाद जो ट्यूशन टीचर था, जिसका नाम अब हम कुछ भी रख सकते हैं, जिसको दानो बोल दो, तो दानो बच्ची को रूम के अंदर लेके पढ़ाता था। दिन बाद जब उसने घर के सारे लोगों का विश्वास जीत लिया, उसने दरवाजे की कुंडी यानी जिससे बंद करते हैं उसको बंद करना चालू कर दिया। और उसके साथ अलग अलग चीजें जो कि चाइल्ड सेक्सुअल अब्यूज में आती है वो होना चालू हुई, और ये चीजें अगले 8 साल तक उसी के होती। बात अलग है, और हम जब बात करते हैं तब हम बात करते हैं कि चाइल्ड सबसे सेफ होता है या चाइल्ड सबसे सेफ घर में होता है। आप सबको लगेगा चाइल्ड सबसे सेफ अपने घर में होता है और चाइल्ड सबसे सेफ अपने पेरेंट्स के पास होता है, लेकिन ये एक कहानी है जो कहानी हमें बताती है कि अगर आपका बच्चा अपने घर में भी है तो भी उसका सेक्सुअल अब्यूज हो सकता है। कहानी को आगे बढ़ाते हुए मैं ये कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर एक बच्चा अपने घर में रहते हुए अगर 8 साल तक अब्यूज हो सकता है, जो 7 साल तक अपना मुंह भी नहीं खोल सकता है, जो अपनी जिंदगी जीना भूल जाता है, जो किसी को अपना दर्द बयां नहीं कर पाता है, उस बच्चे की कहानी हमें सुननी चाहिए। और ये कहानी बस एक बच्चे की नहीं है, ऐसे बहुत सारे बच्चों की है। दूसरी कहानी एक लड़के की है, जो लड़का एक 4 साल का बहुत ही पतला सा लड़का, जिसके घर में बहुत थोड़े थोड़े बहुत लोग थे। एक दिन उसके अंकल उसको घर लेके गए और घर लेके गए और उसके साथ सेक्सुअल अब्यूज चालू हुआ। ये सेक्सुअल अब्यूज उसके साथ होता रहता था। जब भी वो बाहर निकलता था उसके अंकल उसको उठा के लेके जाते थे, उसके साथ सेक्सुअल अब्यूज होता था। ये कहानी जब बच्चा 18 साल तक था तब तक ये कहानी उसके साथ घटती रही। आमतौर पे ये माना जाता है या सोचा जाता है, मिसकंसेप्शन हमारे दिमागों में होता है कि सेक्सुअल अब्यूज इज समथिंग विच इज डन बाय स्ट्रेंजर, बट इट इज नॉट लाइक दैट। अगर हम एनसीआरबी के आंकड़े देखें, अगर हम कोई भी सर्वे उठा के देखें, तो आपको बहुत सारी जगहों पे यही दिखाई देगा, द अब्यूजर्स एंड द सेक्सुअल ऑफेंडर्स आर दोज पीपल हु आर लाइक वेरी नोन, जिनको माँ बाप भी जानते थे और घर वाले भी जानते थे। आप सभी लोगों ने बैड टच गुड टच की बात की, वो बातें तो उनको पता होनी चाहिए, बट ना बोलना ये सबसे महत्वपूर्ण चीज है। दैट सेइंग नो इज अ वेरी डिफिकल्ट थिंग। जो कहानी दूसरे बच्चे की थी, उस बच्चे को ना बोलने के लिए 11 साल का वक्त लगा, और तब तक उसका शोषण होता रहा और उसको शोषण के बारे में वो किसी को बोल नहीं पाया। So that is one of the worst thing that happened. See, this is something that we always curse our judiciary, and we have to understand that we are the big population. We do not have this kind of a sound infrastructure. Of course, there is a scope of improvement in the judiciary, but we have to understand this, that it is not about just the judiciary, but it is about the sensitivity. Even being a political science student, I go through the various judgment, and what I believe is this, is that somewhere we lack in the sensitivity. So if I want to say that if we want to improve about anything, then it is about the sensitivity that people should see the things about. Second thing about the legality aspect I want to say is that whenever the number gets higher, on the higher side, we tends to get worried. But the flip side of this situation is that the people are reporting more and more, and that makes us to stop this violence more and more. And if we stop reporting, and if we like to make this, start to create a chaos on this situation, that the numbers are getting increased, FIRs getting reported, then this is a wrong thing, that we have to stop this. Because getting FIR registered is a main thing, because see, the if abuses happen and if it not get reported, then it is bigger offense. and then it gives the it gives a ये एक चीज एक तरह से प्रोत्साहन देता है जो अब्यूजर है कि आप करोगे तो भी बच जाओगे. So getting registered and FIR register होना बहुत important चीज है. And even if you are seeing the surge in the cases of the child abuse, then the serious flip side of this, that the other side is also important, is that the people are getting aware about the child sexual abuse and people are coming forward. People want to see the safe world for their children, and that's the point, that we all want to see the safe world for our children, and that's the main point I want to conclude with. And thank you for giving me this opportunity, CIY Bhopal. And Shubhi, you have been the wonderful host. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Samandar. We really want stories like this to come up because these stories make us understand how our India, our country, is been facing. So next we have Sharika Zuha from Trichy. Sharika Zuha.
Yeah, are you able to hear me?
Yeah. Yes.
Hi everyone. So I'm Sharika Zuba. I'm from YI Chitri. So I would like to go ahead. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to talk about the child safety, which is a very important discussion going on. I do agree with the people who have already showed us a light about what it should be. And I would like to not only speak about the child sexual abuse, but there are whole lot of arena which we have to touch and which hasn't been touched. Like children across the globe are subjected to many harrowing issues, a look that can be nipped in the bud. Like that, there's not only the sexual abuse, it has malnutrition, it has illiteracy. There are a hell lot of people, a hell lot of kids who aren't given that opportunity to go to school because of their um, because either their mother and father have not been educated or they have not given a platform to speak about. So this is the main case when a kid is not when a kid is not given that platform to know what is happening around them. They would always be silent. It is irrespective of gender. It is either a female child or a male child. It is either a kid or a boy. So if they aren't provided the education properly, they won't be able to express their thoughts, neither to their family nor to anyone else that they think they are very close with. So it not only happens in house, out of the house, in a tuition, even for let's say girls. Let's take about girls. So when we board the bus, uh, hardly it's gonna be 2 miles away. There'll be a hell lot of people touching you, either knowingly or unknowingly. So we start accepting it because we aren't given that space where if we just voice out our opinion, we would think, I what would they think about me? They would think I'm a characterless person, or they would think it is my fault. So I'll tell you my experience which I have had. So it is like, we had a tenant, whom he has a girl. He has two kids. One is female, another one is male. He has a female kid as well. So I just went out. He was just shifting the house. We just went out to see everything was fine. And the first sexual abuse that I had gone through, and I was very afraid to tell um, my parents, because they would tell, you have given the way for them, or they would just strict me. They would just control me that not to do this, not to do this. So instead of thinking about him being, showing him who he was, I was thinking myself, I should not share it with other people, because I would have a lot of um, what to say, constructions going on. What would the other people think? What would they think if I'm a characterless? So it goes on for 8 years. I was in my house. I wasn't gone anywhere. I wasn't with what to say, a very bad environment. I was within my home and I didn't feel safe. So this is one case. As far as malnutrition is concerned, There are a couple of families who aren't able to provide even um, one meal a day for for their kids. It does not happen only in India. It happens in Africa as well. We've seen a lot of cases where the kids are very malnutrition, and unless and until they've been adopted to a different person, so they weren't no so as far as I'm being from Tamil Nadu. Um, we have what to say we have a good system that is going on when the kids come into the primary and secondary level. They are treated with they are given food. They are given food and they are given eggs, so that they're very nourished. They're not, even though they aren't able to eat at home, at least for eating purpose, or for getting a good stomach full of lunch, they would come to school and they would. So that's where the whole idea started. So we've been trying to fight with this malnutrition and literacy. We've coped up both, and we are trying to go ahead. And then let's talk about the good touch and bad touch. So when our parents have never thought, it is a taboo for Indians, as far as we think, no one should talk about it, our kids should not know about it. It is a very sensitive topic. So we've been the first time, it's like, when someone goes around you, when I talk to my if I have a brother and I go and talk to him, he's looking at me like that. What would be the first arena is like, you should have dressed properly, you should have not seen him, you should have aanke jhuka ke chalo. There are hell lot of things that we go through. And as well as not only female child, even male child goes through, they have we tend to talk about the good touch and bad touch only with the female kids 90% of the time. But there are people, there are matlab ek bachcha tha near my home. There were 8 kids in total in their house. So wo bachcha, he was like, he was the first one. So he was having sexual abuse with his own uncle. He went and told his mom and dad, but they was like, अरे ये तो तुम्हारा मामा है, ये तुमको क्या कर लेगा. That kind of attitude, they never taught. It's like you are assuming, you are thinking. So we tend to see, अगर female child हुआ, अच्छा ठीक है, इसके साथ कुछ बुरा हो सकता है, we would think about it. But when a male child complains about this, we would rather we would like, अरे तू बहुत कुछ सोच रहा है, बस सोचना बंद कर, और कुछ नहीं होता है. So that kind of thing. As well as let's talk about the slavery and child labor. So there are a hell lot of times that we don't realize that children don't talk about it when they are in a very high and depressed state. They don't even know that they are in a depression. When we are an adult, like 18 or 19 plus, we know what is happening with us. But as far as slavery is concerned, they're forced to strict laws, like very meager salary and very strict thing. Even though there are a hell lot of time when they say no to child labor, but it's still happening in India. It's still happening in India. It might be from the chai ka dukan and every other small places where they sell sweets and everything. So it is just like, we when we see a kid washing tumbler dho raha ho, kuch kar raha ho chai ke dukan mein, we think, acha ye iska maa baap ka ye hoga, isliye wo kaam kar raha hai. So we should not encourage that. We should go ahead proactively, just stop him, ask him what is he doing, why isn't he not studying. जो नॉर्मल जो होता है, अगर वो पढ़ना भी नहीं चाहता है, खेल कूद तो सकता है ना. So he has to go and know about the outer environment, कि बाकी के बच्चे कैसे हैं, मैं कैसा हूँ. He has to know the difference. Once he knows the difference, then only he'll be able to come up. So when a child is subjected to only a small circle, he won't even know that there is something bad happening to him. He will think that it is just a ritual which has been happening. ये मुझे भी हो रहा है, मेरे पीछे मेरा मेरा भाई बहन जो भी है उसको भी होएगा. So we'll have to stop that. We'll have to even everyone is busy around the clock. Everyone is माँ बाप बिजी है, भाई बहन बिजी है, सब कोई अपने अपने लाइफ में बिजी होता है, पर we'll have to make sure that at least 10-15 minutes we'll have to spend time, we'll have to open up, we'll have to give that, as Punita said, we'll have to give that child an opportunity to speak about what has happened. Not judging him, जो भी तू कह रहा है बस अफवाह है, तो बस इमेजिन कर रहा है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं कह के बस उसको इसको एक प्लेटफॉर्म देके यू विल हैव टू टॉक अबाउट व्हाट हैज हैपेंड, व्हाई हैज इट हैपेंड. यू विल हैव टू even though he's that relative is very close to you, you will have to even if it is a male child or female child, you'll have to give that wide range of not asking him question. Yes, I would agree with Punita, because it will go on, it will trigger your it might be you might be very interested, but the person who is going through would be more and more into a depression phase. So depression is a very big word for kids, but I would say when you don't give them the platform, when you don't provide them with what, see, जो भी कहना है तुम कहो, no one will judge you, I won't I won't go ahead, I won't tell you this is your fault, this is my fault. No one's going to judge you. When you give that platform, the kids would open up, and you'll have to teach the kids what is a normal way, not only good touch, bad touch, what is the normal way, what a kid's life should be, and what an adult's life should be. So we should not force a kid to behave like an adult. So that's it. That forms the first line of safety. Thank you for the opportunity, guys.
Great, Sharika. You were amazing. And I totally agree that what you said, that Tamil Nadu is facing, which is your state. And I am very well, I know that every state in India is facing this issue. And thank you for covering all the topics from child sexual abuse to child labor and everything. Amazing. So next we have Rishita Dubey from Bhopal.
Hello everyone. So my basic motto for speaking about this topic is that my father's brother, my uncle, uh, suffered from child sexual abuse. That's because my family members in my family, we used to have a home, and above that, people used to stay on rent. So what happened was, when my uncle was roaming around at the street, so one just trapped him and took him somewhere. And after that, मुझे realize हुआ कि चाचा कहाँ है, मेरे चाचा कहाँ है. And थोड़े time बाद we got to know about कि हमें नहीं पता. And even after 2 days of searching him, we couldn't find him anywhere. उसके बाद से हमारी family we were quite restricted, because अब कहीं भी जाते हैं तो we have to hold our parents' hand, because एक अंदर से डर बैठ चुका है full family में, that अगर अब हम जाएंगे कुछ हो गया, already we are the victims of that. So the basic motto behind speaking about this is this. So this is some high time to speak about the topic, sexual abuse, and because sexual abuse is somewhere used for commercial purpose, and commercial purpose because literacy rate हमारे इंडिया की काफी low है. Literacy rate low है तो people are like हमें पैसा कमाना है, and by hook or by crook हमें पैसा कमाना है, and only this is the reason behind कि हम लोगों को ले जाते हैं. Even human trafficking is like quite common among in India. This is the whole reason we are even discussing about this topic. And the main motto for discussing about this topic is we have to eradicate about the topic, right? So years before, children were not supposed to roam around the streets. We are not supposed to roam around the streets even in night. Especially as the fact about girls is रात को 8 बजे के बाद बाहर मत निकलो because safe नहीं है. Before around 10 to 12 years, हमें किसी को कोई रोक टोक नहीं थी. We used to play around the streets. वहाँ पे हम कहीं भी जाते थे, किसी भी street में. Our parents were like quite not caring about that. But अब अगर हम बात करते हैं तो they are like quite there's I don't have what to say about that. So the victims of sexual abuse, the most uncleanable part is our family members. As said by Punita, that family members mostly इन सब चीजों में involved रहते हैं, right? So अगर हम family, because and home is the most sacred place about that. Family, we feel कि हमारा घर है, हमें कुछ नहीं होगा, but sometimes our family is also involved in this. So I would just conclude my words by saying, make their future bright, shape their future right, but firstly, please stop child sexual exploitation. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rishita. We totally agree with you. So, yeah, we are end up with all the speakers. Anu sir, would you like to say something about our speakers?
Yes, thank you. To be, I think I'm also facing some network issues today, and but everyone has been inspiring in Shubhi, who is our Masoom Yuva in Bhopal, and like I was listening to every word what the the future YI and the Yuva was putting for the child safety, child concerns, child development. So every speaker brought a lot of thoughts, and the way Punita passionately was speaking about really inspired even Dilip. Shivani brought a lot of great ideas about various aspects of child sexual abuse and development. The storytelling made Simandar a very easy way to connect with the audience. And I was the second male Simandar, so you're not the only one on the show. So Abhika, Shubhangi, you both brought a lot of great perspective to the talk. Rishita and added some background, and it's very important. Like Sharika, she joined the panel today, and the way she brought was very. It was not like a debate or a discussion. It's more of a cause for which everyone and all the viewers who are watching this and who will be watching this will be committed for, which is child sexual creating awareness against child sexual abuse, because but this is something where not only we take away the innocence, but also a lot of trust from a child, and we as the adolescent and the young teenagers have a very important role to play, and you guys are doing it phenomenal with raising the voice and taking it to the next level. Because uh, in my tenure as a Bhopal chair, I have found Yuva to be the most active ones for raising issues, for concerns, and we really thank every one of you to join in from various cities, from Trichy, Raipur, and Pune, Mumbai, and we have from Delhi, and yes, two from my host city, Bhopal. So really thank you for joining in. We can have a few discussion as an open-ended discussion on what are your thoughts. Just one line I will ask everyone, and I will also ask Shubhi about what you think why I should do or can do for in future in association with Yuva, because we have some protocols where we deal with childs only through people who are trained with on child on CSA through a very reputed training agencies, because as everyone pointed, it's not just talking to them. You need to take out and you need to handle their concerns very promptly so that they feel comfortable about it. So from Yuva angle, how you can uh, contribute, or maybe put some points where Yuva can contribute in this cause of child sexual abuse, creating awareness against child sexual abuse. If you guys can give some ideas, it will be really nice for us to take it to the future level. So anyone who wants to ping in can. It's like an open topic before we
Sure.
close.
Yes, I would like to share one of my idea which I think that would work.
Yes,
Hello.
please.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
please.
we have a couple of people coming out. We have to go ahead and train. We have to make a workshop, and adults, not sir, around 30, um some are at the age of 30s and 40s, but from the age of 20, 22, who easily kids can connect. So they'll have to go ahead each and every elementary school. Let's start from the elementary school, and the school, like from first to 10th. So we'll have to go ahead, um, talk about like how what we have gone through. With our story, we can just encourage them to come up and then to talk, and so that we can make sure we won't convey this entirely to their parents. We'll have that trust block, like whatever that has been shared with us, it will be a private one, and it won't be a big fuss. We won't create a big fuss. So initially, that trust, and like a workshop going around the schools and creating an awareness, I think that would help a lot.
Sure. Anyone wants to add?
Yes, sir. I mean,
Any? Yes, please.
okay. So what it is somewhat related to what Sharika has to say. I'll just be putting it in like कि हम उसको actually practice में कैसे लाएंगे. So what we can do is that कि जब हम elementary schools में जाएंगे, so let's just teach the kids the basic things like what is a good touch and a bad touch, and basically in slum areas. Because I think VIA does this a lot, that we actually communicate to slum area people as well, and especially the children. So in that area, like through stories, because जब आप बच्चों से बात कर रहे हो तो you really need a professional. आप जाके वहाँ पे ऐसे insensitively बात नहीं कर सकते हैं. So what we can do is that the professionals can actually guide the people working for Yuva and YI, that how you can communicate to children, and then tell them through stories regarding what is this and what is that, what you have to report, what you don't have to worry about. तो वो उसमें I think the professionals, basically what I'm arguing is that the professionals actually teaching what they the youngsters, how they can communicate to the slum children, and then we as youngsters or as yuva workers taking it further to the areas. And I think slum areas are specifically the areas where these kind of issues don't even get brought up. So I think that is something we should be doing. So that is what I want to say.
I would, can I speak?
Yes, Simandar.
Yeah, yes, sir. I would like to point out the two things. First, about the legal aspect, that, uh, see, sir, like we as a CIY, we have like a young participants or the young members all over the India. Now, the POSCO has multiple dimensions that haven't been explored by the general public, or they don't know about the legalities and how to use that. What we can do is to we can promote this legal aspect in our community of CII, and we can take a workshop about the POSCO. Other than this, we would like we should also have to conduct the workshop for the parents and let them know that if the person with the authority, the person with the trust do this offense, then it cause them a more harm by the law, and that should be something that should be our motto, that the fear of a law should be there, and that should be the first thing. Second thing is the child pornography. As you all know, that we are all active on the internet and the social media, and the thousands and thousands minutes child sexual pornography has been uploaded on the internet as every hour that even we are speaking. Then the thousands of hours sexual pornography is being uploaded. So the another challenge that we have in front of us is to uh, promote uh, promote that watching the child sexual pornography is an criminal offense, and uh, you can go behind the bars for that. And to to get about that, this AI can make a better. And that's the same thing I can think about, that we as a community of the AI can make a greater impact towards the society for the good. Thank you, sir.
Sure, Simandar. Any points you want to add? Any experience, anything around child sexual abuse or child safety, your experiences, or anything which, as a community, you want to share for child development, for our improvement
May
as
I?
YI, you are.
So may I?
Please go ahead. Yes, please, Shubhangi.
So
Mean to ask.
actually, I would like to yes, I would like to point mainly 3 points in this. The starting one that already relates to the child, that awareness is a main factor that relies here, right? So the child should be all like, by conducting workshops or camps or anything like that, we can always make the starting point, that is the child make aware of these things, good touch, bad touch, and everything that you people talked about, right? It is making the child aware. The last point is that making the surroundings of the child more favorable for this, to accept the child, like whatever has been done with the child or the child has gone through should be accepted by the parents, by its surroundings, there should be no judgment for the child कि हाँ ऐसे मत बोलो वैसे मत बोलो, या you should not talk to people about this. The child should be fearless to talk about this issue, and also make other of their own age aware about that. Yes, this thing happened with me, and I took my own step, and I have come forward with all of this. The middle thing that lie between both these things is the legislature level, right? The law forms and everything, like it should be aware, people should be aware of this. Yeah, the child should be aware that what steps they can take if something like that happens. And also the parental level should also be aware that yes, we can help the child to overcome such situation in this way. Like this would make this journey more it would make this journey more easy for the child, for the parent, and the whole environment. It would be more fruitful, it would come out with fruitful results. So this is what I want to conclude with.
Anyone wants to add, or Shubhi, you want to talk something?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, I just want to share, want that more young people like us should come up, because for my experience working with YI has been so an amazing journey for me. I have grown, I have learned a lot, and being a part of organization like YI is something I always wanted. Because for me, for our society is responsible. Every citizen has to do something for this cause. So Masum Vertical has always raised voice against child sexual abuse. So yeah, I really wish that more people like us should come up and talk about for this cause, because we can't blame a child to be responsible, right? How will they survive? This is the question that we come up with. Is their responsibility? Answer is no. We are responsible. I feel really proud to be part of Masoom, because making a change is that every child in our country can live a safe and fearless life. Who knows, my small efforts can make a change. It's just that you should believe that you can do things that will benefit someone's life. Gandhiji has rightly said, be the change you want to see in the world. And I really want to see a change that every child lives a fearless and a safe future and a bright future. So yeah, thank you. And thank you for being in this panel and speaking such great things about and sharing your views.
So great. Can we have a photograph session with all putting your cameras on, and we will try to have this moment captured. You guys can be in touch with among yourselves. I would request, yes, Sharika to be there. I will click it for you guys and will share in the WhatsApp group. Thank you so much. And before we go offline, let's have a cheesy look. So let's smile for the future of children to be safe. Let's give them a positive smile that yes, your smile says that the future of child is going to be safe. I'm saying yes, Pooja, yes. Thank you so much, the Yuva leaders. You have been inspiring, and uh, I have no words. The way, with the conviction, with passion, and with all clarity you have about the vertical Masoom, we definitely look forward of more Yuva engagement. And this is the first edition of the National Talk. We are celebrating a national Yuva conclave on 20th and 21st of this month with the Masuri going on. We request you and a lot of your friends to join in, reach out to the Yuva chairs of your chapter, and let's come together and eradicate this uh, thing from our society. And yes, we all can do it with your support and the support of Yuva. Thank you so much on behalf of Young Indians, Bhopal, Pune, Mumbai, Raipur, Delhi, Trichy, and Vijay Fort. Yes, Bhopal, yes. So we thank you for being there, and over and out. So thank you, viewers, for being here, and we look forward for more such engagements. Thank you so much.